Okay, so here we are out for a little ride, and we thought we'd bring you along. As you can hear, things sound a little different. So we'll talk about that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hey, welcome. We are here today to talk about my 1993 Goldwing that I have put a car tire on. For those of you who don't know, that is called going to the dark side. So I am out on my initial ride with my car tire. I did a bunch of research, joined some groups on Facebook for Darkside wing riders, Darkside riders, and Goldwing riders. The Goldwing community is very, very helpful with all kinds of things like this. So I tried to figure out what tire to get and ran across someone who had put on a Yokohama 185 60R16 on a 96 Goldwing. So that is the tire that I've gotten. We are out on the initial ride with that tire, and initially my thoughts are, what I notice is that the bike has some squirreliness. My brother put a car tire on his Victory Vision last year, and I rode that a little bit, did some parking lot slow speed stuff, and what I noticed on that bike was it wanted to stand it up all the time. You know, when you go into those heavy turns, it kind of wants to stand up. I don't notice that so much in this bike. Initially, what I'm noticing is I'm getting just a little bit of that tail end wobble that people say that they get initially. Most people have fluctuated their air pressure between 32 pounds and about 45, depending on whether they're riding by themselves or with someone. I have currently 35 pounds in this tire. Nice Jeep. I do feel a little bit of the squishiness. I just sped up a little while ago and did some turns from lane to lane, and it kind of wanted to sway a little extra. Nothing that's out of control. We will see if that goes away over time. They say you generally have to get a couple hundred miles under the tire before you can kind of dial it in. So I'm not going to make any decisions on this until after I've ridden it a couple hundred miles at least. Probably until after we've taken this bike to Florida in October. I don't feel the wobbling is out of control. Right now, I do have to be aware of it and kind of, I don't know, counter it, but just kind of adjust for it. I did notice when I first started off slow, it does want you to track straight, and it kind of picks up on changes in the road and kind of pulls you that way a little bit. At least that's what I've noticed so far. This bike has some serious pickup, and I haven't really noticed that much. Some people have said above high speeds, 90, 95 miles an hour, that they get some wobble. I couldn't see that with the way it was acting earlier. I don't know, we'll see when we get on a highway. I'm not going to do that right now. Just kind of getting used to it, taking it out. Hoping to take it around some roundabouts. That's where I want to get this baby to see how she's going to react. There, it wanted to scoot out just a little bit, right when I gunned it at the end, but for the most part, not too bad. I think after I go to the roundabout at 70th, I'm going to go all the way around and go down this road. So probably the initial thing with people concern themselves with is when you want to lean a little bit like that, the bike wants to stand itself back up. And I believe that's pretty typical of a car tire. That's what I noticed on my brother's Victory Vision. I do get a little bit of sway to it. I don't really know. We'll see how that is. As I continue on. But for the most part, I'll let you ride along. I'm not going to talk much here unless I have some thoughts about how it's acting. If you have any questions about Darkside tires or how it feels on the wing, let me know. I'm wanting to really try this out because I'm considering it on my Electra Glide. For the most part, I haven't done that. It's always hard to talk. For the most part, I haven't done that on my Electra Glide because of the cone stuff and the slow speed stuff that I do all the time. Took that one in a little bit higher gear. I have noticed also on this Goldwing, I haven't totally gotten used to how it handles at slow speed. I have had just some oddness with how this thing reacts slow speed. Helps if I look through the turns and not look the opposite direction, but I was a little concerned that car was going to come at me. That guy was nice and stopped. These Goldwings do have some nice pick up and go. But really, I mean, handling in this turn like this, other than it wanting to kind of pick the bike up a little bit, it stays in that turn. I don't have it mushing around all over until I actually go to pick it up. That seems to be when it wants to do that. But now I'm going to go ahead and turn around. We'll be able to try our slow speed turnaround capabilities. Which doing it on that wide a street is pretty easy. If I was to stay in that left lane, it might have been a little challenging. Mostly because I'm just not used to it yet. But doing things like this certainly does help you learn how to get used to it. Pretty busy street. I'm almost to scraping pegs. I've felt my foot hit a couple of times when we've been going around these circles. See, now there, it kind of wanted to continue. It didn't want to slow down. That could be the bike more than the rear tire, but some of that stuff you wind up just having to muscle it, you know. Like here, it kind of wants to walk a little bit and stand up, and you just kind of got to muscle it through that corner and keep it down. That's kind of what I figured. What happened when I rode the Victory Vision of my brother's, it kind of would want to do that too. When you'd go slow, see, like there, and that could be me cramming on hard from the front brake, is the bike just wants to stay in that straight line. There, see there? I was able to scrape as it tries to continue itself through the corner. I really got to force that baby to go around that corner. A lot of that is new bike, me just getting used to the slow speed handling of the Goldwing, as well as getting used to how this thing acts with the Darkside tire on it. I think I'm going to like this tire. Once I can get used to it, you know, there's going to be some things that you have to adjust your riding if you go to the dark side. Wow, look at that line of cars. It'd be nice to put this in a parking lot and do some cone work with it, with this tire on. So there's the introduction to the new Darkside Goldwing. It's an all-white bike. I will show it to you here, and I'll show you the tire when we get to the place. His name is Lightning, because it's white lightning. But there's my thoughts initially on the first ride. Just from that first ride, I've gotten a little more, quite a little bit more comfortable with it. Not so tense initially. And those are my thoughts. The baby will handle well. A little bit of walk, but man, it's not that much. You just feel like the back end just wants to. So come back and I'll give you the full review of what my thoughts are of the Goldwing next time when we, I don't know, may do it in September, may do it in October when we ride back down to Florida. But for now, thanks for watching. Till next time, keep sunny side up, rubber side down. Have an utterly awesome day. Okay, here's the Goldwing. He's a little on the dirty side, but for the most part, it's very clean. And there is the Darkside tire. And as you can see, it has, well, I don't need to turn that on. It's got 29,000. Gonna be a fun bike.